Well, good afternoon, World of Warcraft. Hey, what's up, everybody? Man, it feels like it's been a really long time since I've streamed. I know that we are literally on the same, schedule every single Monday, right? But I don't know. There's something about this week that feels like I haven't streamed in freaking ages. And I don't know why. But I mean, cool, whatever. But we're finally back in Zangarmarsh. I know the past few weeks we've been doing the Karazhan attunement, which that was super cool. I was blessed to be able to do some Karazhan and get a ton of gear and meet some really cool people. And yeah, I love it. I love raiding. I think it's really fun. And yeah, but I'm actually really stoked to get back to the story of WoW. I feel like we haven't actually sat down and quested in a little bit now, and I'm really stoked to get back to Zangarmarsh and jump back into the story. The last thing I remember is we kind of went in two different directions, right? At least that's what I'm seeing in Zangarmarsh. We've got the Naga here that are siphoning the water from Zangarmarsh. Like, you have Coilfang Reservoir, you know, Serpent Lake, the Lagoon, all these places that have these water siphoners, and they're taking all this water. I mean, you look at the Dead Mire, right? And it's completely dried up. It's a dead zone, obviously, the Dead Mire. And that's where they've completely drained that area. And these little places right here, these little siphoner machines, is exactly what they're doing to each one of these. So we have that going on, and we're trying to disrupt whatever they're trying to do, why they're even trying to do this. So we've got that on one end, right? But then we have Sporgar here. We have a situation where I think what's happening is the Blade's Edge ogres are actually starting to make their way down into Zangarmarsh. They're creating a lot of trouble up here in the north. They're creating havoc, and that's where a lot of the bog lords have been. From what I know and what I'm seeing so far, the bog lords kind of had their home up there. Now their food source is getting chopped down, destroyed by these ogres. Now they're starting to make their way south, which isn't technically bad. However, here in the south we have Sporgar, and we have all of these Sporgar little dudes hanging out, enjoying their life. But then here at the spawning glen is where they create offspring. Now this offspring is being grown in these big spore-like pods, and unfortunately all of these bog lords are coming down here. Here, we'll even go over there. Look at this. All of these bog lords are coming down here for a new source of food. Now they're seeing these pods here as a source of food. You got these fungal giants, they're all starving, they need something to eat. And look at them. They're seeing these Sporgar spawns as food sources, which is not a-okay with me or with Sporgar. So now we're on a mission to, I guess, disrupt whatever's going on up north with the ogres, to get them situated. And by situated, I mean slain, so that maybe these fungal giants can make their way back up home and eat their own food instead of killing the offspring of the Sporgar. So we have two big happenings right here in Zangarmarsh. So we're gonna start off in Sporgar right now, because a few weeks ago we created some disruptions a little bit with the Naga by going to their little siphoning things here and wrapping them up with druidic magic, and basically saying like, or we planted what, like a magical seed, and that created thorns around the machinery, and I think disabled it. So that's what we got from them right now. But who knows where Telrador is going to send us to, I guess, build upon that story. Like, we haven't touched any quest in Telrador yet, so, and we'll definitely get there. But here we are in Sporgar. We have a few quests to actually turn into them already, so let's go ahead and do that. Let's kind of get a refresher here. Let's see here. Yeah, we do have a lot of like breadcrumb quests sending us to like Nagrand or different places. Okay, so the fertile spores. So it says Shaft wants you to gather 6 fertile spores from the various Zangarmarsh spore bats and marshwalkers. Now let's see what he wants to say about that. Spore bats and marshwalkers accumulate fertile spores on their appendages from wandering around the tall stalk mushrooms in the marsh. As you can see, we're a short people, so our options for gathering these spores are limited. Seek out the spore bats and marshwalkers and gather the fertile spores. All of Sporgar will be in your debt. Awesome. Okay, well, let's go ahead and turn those in. And we gathered those a while ago from, I think, like the last stream. We just didn't get to turn it in. Okay. So what does he have to say here? I don't know what to think of your kind yet, human. Some of you can be violent and kill sporelings on sight. You seem friendly, though maybe a little bit funny looking, I suppose. Ah, these are great spores. Tall stalks are vital to rebuilding our town. And after all the Boglord attacks we've suffered, we're in quite the short supply. So he's given us 1 glow cap, since glow caps are the Sporgar's form of currency. All right. Awesome. And we get some reputation with them. We got 825 rep with them, which is really cool. And where are we at with their reputation? Are we... I know that we're at least friendly. Because when we first got here, they kind of had like red, not red, but oranges on their name, saying that they were kind of not hostile, but just unfriendly. Is it Sporgar? Okay, so we're just friendly. Cool. All right, let's see what Zunt has to say here. Bring me shrubbery. Oh yeah, let's read that quest, because that was technically a dungeon quest, and I was able to collect those when we did some dungeons last time. So he says, we must replenish our supply of sanguine hibiscus, which we use for a number of purposes. They used to grow thick as shrubs, but the lowering of the marsh's water levels means that they can only be found now in the underbog at Coilfang Reservoir under Serpent Lake. It is said that the shamblers, bog giants, and underbats there consider them a delicacy. So, if you are to help us, you must retrieve the flowers from them. So we did go into the underbog. We collected this from the bog lords, the spore bats, and we were able to get enough for Zunt here. So let's see what he has to say now that we've had those. He says, these will do nicely, but we can always use more. Perhaps you will find yourself in the underbog soon. So does this turn into a daily quest? Ah, I think it does. And we do have some more. And what do we... So we get extra reputation for turning that in. Okay, cool. What is this? Now that we're friends. The Naga of the Bloodscale Enclave to the northeast have begun to kill our people. We cannot allow this to continue, Paladin. We suggest that you teach them a lesson as proof of our friendship. Please kill 12 Bloodscale slave drivers and 6 Bloodscale enchantresses, and then return to me. And what do we get here as a reward? Dang, that polearm is kind of neat. The Survivalist Pike, the Zangarmarsh Claymore, the Hammer of the Sporelings. I like that. Staff of the Wild. Yeah, why not, man? Let's see here. We did get flying, which is pretty cool. How close are we? So we can fly over water now, which is, for a place like this, is so nice, being able to fly over water. What are these? Boxstrock Crushers. Terror Claw. So we need to kill some slave drivers and enchantresses. Okay. Yeah, let's do that. Man, it's been a while since I've played Red. It feels like. So I feel like I'm learning all over again in a way. Oh, what is that? Throwing some runes on the ground. Oh, neat. So it does like a big ice kind of thing. Oh, we got the drain schematics, right? Which also starts a quest. The schematics you've obtained show an underground system of drains and pumps that connect the lakes in the region to Serpent Lake. If the schematics are correct, there is a giant drain in the center of Serpent Lake. Confirm this and bring the news to Cenarian Refuge. Okay, so supposedly there's a drain, which I guess is the reservoir, right? Which we'll definitely do that here in a second. But let's take out some of these terrible foes. Oh, let's buff ourselves. There we go. I feel blessed because we've made some progress with our retribution here since our last stream. So maybe that'll make our questing a little bit more. I want to say, like, if we were to play like a single player game, I would consider it like making our questing feel like story mode, so that we can focus on just enjoying the story. Which I kind of like. I kind of like playing games for the story and just relaxing, just chilling. Okay, and I know that we need some mana. I keep telling myself every time I start stream, I'm gonna talk to a mage and get us some water before we start. So maybe I'll just put on Blessing of Wisdom for right now. Maybe that'll work. Oh, we're still gonna need to drink a little bit. At least I got these little underspore pods. And wait, don't I have plenty of... How many of these do I have? I have 16 Drainic Waters. Yeah, I might use one. I might go ahead and just use one. Alright, where's more of these dudes? Okay, we only need one more Enchantress, so we'll go over here. I don't think it's gonna pull those buttons here. Where's my Hammer of Wrath? There it is. Okay, we got our Enchantresses done. And we need 11 more of these warriors. The little slave drivers, rather. I think these are the guys that their little buddies tend to pull. Yeah, see, there it is. But I think, yeah, if we kill the slave driver, then the other ones kind of tuck tail and run. But like, I don't get paid for this, bro. Not on my salary. You know, I had a guild that I was gonna run a raid with, and I guess in their inviting process, they didn't realize that I was I was holy. They thought I was ret. And it was kind of like funny. It was like because I wasn't ret, like I had to stand down. I was like, man, the ret paladins have really taken the spotlight now. They're actually pretty good, and for good reason. I mean, to be honest, I like having ret paladins in the group because I can just put on a seal, throw it on the enemy, and then just let it go. It's a really nice thing. I think they do a lot of damage too. But yeah, ret paladins have definitely carved their spot more in the world of Azeroth. And I am just digging this two-hander. Like, I know our last one was really cool because it was like what it was that one maul from the dude in Shattered Halls, I think. But we got this one from our last stream, right? The War Maul of Infused Light from the Architraz. Oh, and speaking of cool two-handers, the Hammer of Naru dropped from, was it Gruul? Or, yeah, Gruul's Lair. Your boy didn't win it, but I saw it for the first time. Maybe I can just... There we go. I was waiting for him to yield. Alright, so that's 8. Got a nice little bit of green tea today, nice and warm, cozy, and comfortable. And if I haven't said it yet, I hope you guys had a wonderful and blessed rest of your week last week, and a wonderfully refreshing and awesome weekend. I'm glad to be back here on Monday, starting the week off right, and just chilling. And I hope your all's Monday is beautiful and bright, wherever you are. Even if it's rainy and goofy outside, I hope it's bright and awesome. How many more slave drivers do we need now? We need what, like 4? Maybe 3? I really like my ground mount, but I'll be honest, flying definitely helps when you're trying to avoid a lot of goof. Gotta figure out what's the only one here. There we go. Oh, not now, man. So what are we at now? We need 2 more slave drivers. And to be honest, as a paladin too, flying with Crusader aura is not too shabby. Obviously, I would love to have epic flying, but it's not like my ultimate goal right now. But I'm sure we'll get to it eventually. I'm sure we will. Is that one right there? Yep, there's one right there. Just what we need. Boom. Dude, that's sick. That is sick, oh merde. I know the Sporgar are having such a time knowing that we're out here taking on all these crazy enemies that are right outside their city pretty much. Let's see if we can get one that's like, yeah, I guess we'll take this guy. This Avenging Wrath is pretty sick too. Caught all that. What does that do? All damage increased by 30%. Which is nuts. Yeah, let's go ahead and turn this in over here. Yo, what's up, metal? Welcome back. The thing is, enchantments / materials are really expensive. I don't see myself getting the epic ride anytime soon. Yo, on top of that, now that I'm mostly wearing plate, even as a holy paladin, repair bill is higher. You got that right. You got that right. Yeah, I noticed, like enchantments, man, even as something as simple as like the bore speed for your boots, I was like, what? Because I think right now the like large prismatic shards are almost 20 gold a piece, and I think you need like, you know what? Let's just see what we need. Enchanting, feats. Yeah, you need 8 of those bad boys. You need 8 of those bad boys. So it's almost about 20 gold times 8. And then you got your primal earths. Well, every primal is a little bit expensive. So you times that by 8 too. Goodness. You're gonna be spending some gold on some movement speed increase. That's for sure. All right. So let's turn this in here. We took out some of their enemies because now we're friends with these guys. Zoont nods to you. We are pleased that you have affirmed our friendship, Parzival. Perhaps the Naga heathens will think twice about harassing us in the future now that we have such a powerful ally. You got that right. Let's see what's going to give us the most gold here. The Claymore, let's do that one. Oh, is this a... Oh, it must be like a repeatable quest too. Yeah, it's repeatable. So you can just kind of keep doing that for reputation. Rock on. All right. Yeah, let's do this next one now that Sporgar has for us. Wait, is this the right one? Familiar fungi? Yeah. So collect 15 mushroom samples and then return to Watcher Lisa. Actually, Watcher Lisa is over here, which she was studying the Sporgar. Metal says, have you done any Kara? Yes, actually, we were able to do Kara last night, and blessed beyond measure to be able to run with a super cool group of people. But yeah, we got some good times, and it was really enjoyable. Like, I was so lucky too. Like, they explained everything. They were all so patient. Like, it was a really well done run, and we were able to complete it. So I got to see the entire thing. And it was just a really good time. Like, I love the vibe of Kara. I think it's really cool. I love the music. I love the enemies. It's just neat. It's just super neat. I really love the opera event too. I thought that was really, really cool. I think what they did with that fight is just super fun. It was probably the, excuse me, it was probably the most fun fight for me, aside from the chess event. I thought being able to take control of the different like chess pieces was really well done. I loved that. All right, let's buff up, and then I want to read this quest here. Yeah, super nice, man. Thank you for asking too. Okay, let's see what Watcher Lisa says. Yes, that's it. I knew I had seen this particular phylum of mushroom elsewhere in the marsh. To the north is a place known as the Hewn Bog. odd name for the place if you ask me, but I've never been there. I'll need samples of those mushrooms to confirm my hypothesis. But just be careful, Paladin. I'd heard that ogres have moved into that area, so you'll have to get the samples from them. Could that be why the bog lords are no longer going there for their food? I'd say so. I'd say so. Because you got these ogres moving in, creating all sorts of problems, and destroying their food supply. To be able to take an ogre captive, and then we could actually get some information out of them as to, like, why are you here? What is your purpose other than destroying this marsh? Because you can clearly see, look, exactly, they're chopping down the wildlife here. They're like destroying probably these giant mushroom trees, okay? They're chopping these down. And I'm pretty sure this was the food source. These mushrooms over here were the source for those bog lords. And that's why they're moving south and actually eating up those sporelings. Because their original food source is being wrecked. So let's get some mushroom samples from these guys. That's one. I don't know if any fell iron or adamantite would spawn over in this area, but it would be really nice to grab some. Because I want us to be able to make our Lionheart blade soon. I think that's the goal right now, is to be able to afford that and make it. I think that we'll be okay with the materials other than the primal mites. Like, where's our Lionheart blade? Yes. I think we'll be okay making corium bars. I don't think that that's going to be very difficult. I don't think making the hardened adamantite bars is going to be difficult, but 10 primal mites is a little up there. You just see honest working ogres. Oh my gosh. Yeah, I'm just here for the pay, boss. Hey, honestly, they might just be hardworking ogres and they don't even know the difference. And they're just following orders from some dude that's maybe paying them in, I don't know, like turkey legs and mead. Like, you never know. You actually might be right. Might be right. Which I'm sure it's gonna be fun once we get to, and it'd probably be a little bit, to be honest with you, but Blade's Edge, where it's nothing but like ogres and all kinds of craziness. I'm sure there's gonna be some fun times to be had there. Just honest working ogres. His name's probably Jim. Probably has a family. Maybe another one on the way. Another little one. Primals are very expensive indeed, and all the zones are overfarmed. Yeah, I figured, man. Because I saw the primals, like, when I looked on the auction house, because I was thinking maybe we could just kind of go ahead and make our blade, like, right now. But it's, like, over 100 gold a piece for the primal, like, the primal mites. And I'm just like, man. But then, I also had the idea of, like, okay, maybe we could just buy individually the primals. And then maybe have like is it an alchemist that we need to actually like make the primal might? Like taking all the primals together and then transmuting it into a primal might, like that's an alchemist, right? Nethers, yes, I think we have, how many do we have? I'll probably put them in my bank, but I probably have 4 or 5. Which good thing you said that, because we're definitely gonna need, I think, like 10 of them for the next version of that blade. Like the tier 2 version of the Lionheart blade. I'm pretty sure we're gonna need like 10 of them. And yeah, Soulbound, I thought that they would be bind on equip, because I feel like, and this could be my memory completely just wazoo, but I thought I remembered way back in TBC that they were eventually like tradable, but maybe I could be wrong. Either eventually tradable, or you could buy them, or like you could get them easier, like you could buy them with badges of justice or something. Maybe they do that in like a later patch, like a Sunwell patch or something. The only thing about Kara is that at least my run took like 3 hours, maybe 4 to complete it. I was tired. Got some good pieces though. Yeah, man. Hey, at least you got some good pieces though. Like I was so surprised. Like there's actually so much good gear for Paladin. So much good gear. I would love to have the tier pieces though. Like my main goal is to just have like full tier. I love the look. I think it's fun. I'm not necessarily like going after like best in slot, because I know that tier is always gonna be pretty good for the most part. I know in like classic, tier wasn't like, unfortunately it just wasn't that great. Like you could probably get away with it like tier 2 and well definitely tier 3, but like there was just so much better pieces. Did you go as Ret or Holy? Oh, I went Holy, man. I went Holy. Like for raiding, I just want to play Holy. I really have no interest in playing Ret. In the open world like this and just enjoying questing, Ret for sure. But in raiding, I love to heal and I love to support the group that way. As a Holy Paladin, best in slot is rather relative, because we can wear all types of like cloth, plate, leather. We can mix and match. Yeah, mail for sure. I actually ended up getting a mail piece last night. I think it was like a mail chest piece. I forget what it's called though. It was way better than whatever my blue piece was though. I can tell you that. I was so thankful that most of those guys in there didn't even need gear, because I came in there whacked out with like low-level blues, and yeah, it was, let's just say it was a very helpful, kind run. The bars will McFly. Wait, how are we not getting mushrooms? Did these things not like to drop? Although I was, and I know this is, healer gear is less contested, that's for sure, bro. Yeah, it was me and a priest healing, and luckily for him, like he seemed like he was pretty set, you know? So anything that dropped healing wise, it sort of was just like, yeah, we have nowhere to put this. Do you want it, bro? So it was just like, you know, I mean, I won't say no to a good time, so I'll take it on. So yeah, I was able to run out of there with a few good pieces. Definitely better than wearing greens and blues, I'll tell you that. But I want to know what that chess piece was now that I'm thinking about it, because it was a male chess piece. Where was that? It's got me thinking about it now. Where was that? Oh yeah, Earthblood chest guard. That's what it was. Because whatever, excuse me, whatever I was wearing probably had less than 20 intellect on. And then seeing this, it's got like 41 intellect, 86 healing. And I was just like, yeah, I'll take that one. I'll take that one for sure. Yeah, man. Yeah, it is pretty great. Also, that boss fight was intense. What was it? Netherspite? Yeah, that one was. That was a good one. I will say it was a good fight. It was a good fight. It challenged me, that's for sure. It was a challenge. Which I was a little nervous too, because, you know, not really having like 10-man rating, you know, more's expected of you, right? And you gotta show up. Like, you know, when it's just 2 healers and like stuff's getting a little wild, it's like, okay, you gotta put your best foot forward, man. You gotta actually try a little bit to make sure everybody's all right. But yeah, we had a good time, man. It was a lot better than I thought it would be, to be honest with you. Oh yeah, you have to block the lasers coming out of the portals. Wait a second, no. That is my bad. It wasn't, that's not the one that I'm talking about. I'm literally thinking of a completely different one. But yes, yeah, I mean, this did drop from Netherspite, yes. But the one that I'm even like thinking about was Nightbane. That's what I'm talking about and thinking about, even though I was looking at the gear for Netherspite. But yeah, Netherspite was cool too, with the lasers and everything. I don't think they didn't have us jump in any of the beams. Like, I didn't get in the green beam at all. I just stayed out and healed. They were just like, yeah, I mean, you don't have to. I was like, okay. So I just stayed out. I got the shield from Nightbane. It doesn't have much healing, but it looks sick. Yo, that shield. Let me look at it. Yeah, this one, the Impenetrable Darkness, is that the one you're talking about, or the Flame Shield? I mean, both are sick. No, the Flame Shield, nice. Let me look at that thing. So, intellect, it's got a little bit of healing, you know, restores 7 mana. It looks baller, man. I think I've seen maybe elemental shamans use that quite a bit. Or does that have the same look as the one from the badge vendor? Maybe it doesn't. Where is it? Okay, it's a different color. Okay, yeah. Yeah, that shield is dope though. Literally like a dragon breathing flames. You don't get that every day. That's the kind of stuff that I would like to see a Nixia or the Blackwing Layer dragons drop. Yeah, lots of shamans, they use it. Yeah, I would too, man. I love having elemental shamans around, bro. Big DPS, ranged, heroism, totems. Yeah, it's cool. They know they got it going on. Hey, with the shield, you could always go like Shocking in PvP or something. Just get real wild. Just come out looking like a dragon lord. Okay, I think we're nearly halfway. Nearly halfway. We wiped like 5 times at the last boss. Coincidentally, when we lost our elemental shaman, he had to leave. We lost our heroism buff. Oh man. Dude, I feel like in a raid setting, not having heroism, it's rough. It's rough, man. Shoot, even in heroics, like I can deal without not having heroism, but when you got it, you know the difference. You feel the difference. Everything just feels better when you're running with like a billion haste. It feels like the boss's health is just like chunking down and the fight lasts 2 seconds versus like 30 minutes. Feels good. But what a fight. Like, that dude being at the top of the tower, and he's just this giant, kind of like Draenic looking creature. Yeah, I'd say honestly, like every raid so far in TBC, like I got to do Gruul's, I got to do Magtheridon, and then last night, like I said, we did Karazhan. So I've been able to do the raids that are currently out, and I'm having a blast with them. I think so far that I've enjoyed these raids better than I did the raids in Classic. Because I never got to experience raids when I was a kid, when I first played WoW. So this anniversary style of gaming for WoW is like my first time actually doing raids, really. And that being said, it's interesting to like actually see the raids from this age's point of view, and kind of like judge them now or like critique them now. And they're, other than like, I really did like Onyxia. I thought Onyxia was super cool. I loved Blackwing Lair, and I think because they are that like quintessential, like, you know, group of people going after the dragon kind of thing, that was really cool. I thought AQ was really neat in that it was just different. You know, the whole like bug scenery, thought that was super neat. What other raid was there? I wasn't a huge fan of Zuguro. I liked it. It was okay. Maybe I'm just not really into that whole vibe. But it was probably my least favorite. Naxxramas is fantastic. Dude, Nax, the whole vibe and the air and the music of Nax is phenomenal. Truly, like, a wonderful raid, and I'm really excited because I'm 100% sure they're gonna come out with an anniversary version of Wrath. Like, I have a great feeling that they are, and I'm gonna be stoked to be able to play it and do the Wrath version of Nax. Where is, what am I looking for? I'm looking for, there it is. Yeah, my little pods. There we go. I think this is the continuation of it. Wait, what do you mean the continuation? We need like 5 more of these. I've been slaying some ogres. And I like how these dudes, they're so in the zone, chopping down these mushrooms, that they don't notice that their buddy, like in the corner of their eye, is getting completely like destroyed. The raids. I mean, Karazhan is a monster, very long, just like Nax from it. Yeah. Karazhan is a pretty long one, that's for sure. I do like how they balance that out a little bit by adding in Gruul's Lair and Magtheridon, because those feel so like short, but also they drop some really impactful loot too, which is nice. It's nice to have that balance. Now AQ, that was a giant raid too. Yeah, I felt like that one was huge, which I'm glad that you could get like mounts in that one. I couldn't imagine walking that whole thing, man. Couldn't imagine. That would be crazy cool if, like, when they introduced flyers into the old world, that if you went back into like AQ, there's some sort of expedition to like delve deeper into AQ, and they end up like uncovering I don't know, another bug that allows you to like also collect it as a mount, and it's like that you can only use in AQ, and it's like a flying bug, and you can now fly in AQ. That'd be kind of fun. There's just like a little extra like corridor or something with like a dwarven mining operation or something, and they've come across like new scarab bug mounts, like scarab bug flyers. Oh, and Nax, if you could freaking get if you could fly on gargoyles, that would be goofy. Obviously, you couldn't like fly out of the instance, the rated instance, so I don't know how it would be implemented. Maybe just create like a invisible box or something, or like invisible walls that you kind of hit. Oh yeah, I bet the boss drops a mushroom. He's got it. Yeah, he's got to drop. Yeah, that's what I thought. The boss always got a mushroom on him. He knows what's good. He's like, yeah, these mushrooms are worth a fortune. Of course I'm gonna have them on me. Now, I will say the beautiful thing about like doing quests at max level is knowing that if you are on your way to getting your mount or something, like being able to get so much more gold per quest is such a huge perk. It's like you get the best of both worlds. You get a good story, and then you get a lot of gold. So it's like it's just hitting all angles there. Like I saw some quests like given like nearly 30 gold. Like 20, 25. Okay, are we almost, surely we're almost done. We got 14 out of 15 on these. Yeah, let's rock and roll. All right, give me that mushroom. No. No. I see all these glow caps on the ground though. I don't think I need any more glow caps because we bought all of the cooking recipes that they had. I don't think there's anything from Sporgar I necessarily need. It would be kind of fun to have that little spore back though. You gotta be exalted. Speaking of Exalted, did we hit Exalted with Cenarian Expedition? Oh my gosh, we are so close to hitting Exalted with Cenarian Expedition, which means we can probably buy that freaking, that war hippogriff. I'm not gonna buy it, but like, we could. Yes, we got the mushrooms. We got the mushrooms. Okay, let's go over here and do this quest. Yeah, search Serpent Lake for signs of a drain. The schematics you've obtained show an underground system of drains and pumps that connect the lakes in the region to Serpent Lake. If the schematics are correct, there is a giant drain in the center of Serpent Lake. Well, I see a giant drain in the middle of Serpent Lake. But what is this magic? This looks like arcane Naga magic. That's what it looks like. But what is it doing? Unless this is the water being siphoned up into the air, I don't know. Let's just like drop down. We have found the drain. Okay, drain located. And I think we needed to report that back to, yeah, Cenarian Refuge. What's closer here? Yeah, I guess we'll head back. Wait, what is that quest in there? Oh, okay, that's one of our heroic quests. Yeah, we'll report back to Cenarian Refuge, I think, because we haven't been over there in a little while. I know that we essentially finished like every quest in the refuge, which is kind of why I want to go back. I feel like I haven't seen them in a little while. I need to say hey. Need to catch up, and let's get on our ground mount. I like flying, but I also like our little tiger too. Sometimes it's nice to just bring out the war cat. He's been there for us through so much. Oh, what is this? The Alliance Field Scout?
What can I do for you?
I have marks to redeem. What do you... Yo, what? Libram of Zeal? Increases the melee attack power bonus of your Seal of the Crusader by 68 and the holy damage increase of your Judgment of the Crusader by 47. So it's literally an upgrade. Yo. Oh my gosh. Yeah, that's just like a straight upgrade from the one that we already have. So we need 15 marks of Mark of Honor hold. Okay. Well, that's interesting. Yeah, that's super interesting. Although I don't know if that Libram in particular is like any sort of best in slot or anything. There's probably way better for like level 70 Retribution. Yeah, I just like the vibes here in the refuge too. Anything night elf is just so relaxing, but you mix that with the bioluminescent mushrooms, man, perfect.
Goddess bless you. I am honored.
Greetings, Paladin. It is good you've decided to visit us.
Go in peace.
And what news do you bring?
Goddess watch over you.
So the Naga have turned Serpent Lake into a giant water sink for the rest of Zangar Marsh. What could they possibly be doing? You've done well in bringing this news to us. We will send a team to investigate this drain you've discovered. I have a different task for you in the meanwhile. Okay. Okay, let's see what's a little bit better here. I guess we'll just grab this ring. So, warning the Cenarian Circle. The Cenarian Expedition has become a large organization with a good degree of autonomy. These events are important enough that we need to warn the Cenarian Circle. Do not worry though. I will not ask you to travel back to Moonglade. We have emissaries as nearby as Hellfire Peninsula. Well, back to Hellfire Peninsula then. I think we literally just have to cross like right here too. Now let's take our Griffin this time, because I don't think we've been able to fly in Hellfire yet. I haven't been over there. Now that we have, I need to name my Griffin. I'm probably just gonna name him like Power Ranger. Or what else? What else can I name this dude? I don't know. Simon? How do I go from Power Ranger to Simon? I don't know. Man, this place looks completely different when you're actually flying. want to space travel. Okay, warning the Cenarian Circle.
Hello. Farewell.
The news you bring about
Good luck.
oh, okay.
God is
Moving around
watch
too
over
much.
you.
The news you bring about the Naga activity in Zangarmarsh is dire. Yasiel was wise in sending word to us. She hasn't forgotten that the expedition cannot exist without the Circle's support.
Del Madre.
Return to Yasiel and let her know that help will be extended to her as soon as it is possible. Affairs in Moonglade and Silithus have kept our members occupied, but we will do our best to send the necessary resources to the Cenarian Refuge.
Be careful.
Well, interesting, considering, let's see here. Yeah, considering, okay, affairs in Moonglade. Well, Moonglade is pretty, like, relaxed. There's not much going on in Moonglade, right? Unless that's sort of their headquarters where all kinds of information is being talked about and plans being laid, and it's sort of just their place of gathering to go over all the craziness in the world of Azeroth. But in Silithus, we've taken out a lot of the hive, right? And the boss out there, what was that dude's name? Like that old god. Dungeons and Raids. What was his name? AQ, yeah, Seathun, or Seathun. We took him out. So what more could they really have going on in Silithus to where we can't take all of the manpower out there and put it right here? Who knows?
Peace be with you.
Okay. You are a welcome sight, Parzival. Matters at the Cenarian Refuge have only gotten worse since you left. I left 3 minutes ago. What is happening, Yasiel? What is the deal? Okay, I guess there's nothing to talk about here.
May the stars guide you.
Okay, okay. But at least we know that the Cenarian expedition is going to be sending reinforcements and some people out here to help see what's going on. Okay, let's sell off some of this goofy stuff we don't need. Don't need that. I'll take that major healing potion. Yeah, I'll use it. Glow caps. Yeah, I don't need none of that. Rune cloth, no. Yeah, I think we're good on all that. Okay. So now I think we just need to head back to. We're gonna head back to. Yeah, Watcher Lisa. But first, we're just gonna take like a small break, and then we'll get back to this quest here. And I'm sure she's gonna have a follow-up quest. So I'll be back in just a moment, and we'll see you then. Okie dokie. We are back. And we got some people fishing in the marsh today. Which I'm glad we're flying across this, because I think there might be some ore over here. Or at least from what I've seen in like maps of like where ore is. I ended up downloading that whole, whatever this add-on is, the Gatherer. Yeah, we finally got that to where I can kind of see where I've been previously on the last piece of One Piece. Which this would be cool. This looks like something that you would be able to pick as an herbalist. Yeah, that'd be kind of cool. I want to get back on our ground mount though. There we go. Oh, is this a alliance player? Yeah, here you go, bro. There you go. And then, what about, how's your, let's heal up his pet real quick. There you go, bro. Got his pet healed up. Got the buffs going. He's ready to rock. Yeah, I hope that we get to come across more players. I'm sure a lot of them are in the higher level zones, which I totally get by now, but that's sort of like one of the things that I miss a little bit is that in the lower levels when we were starting out, there was all kinds of players that you could just run by and like buff and kind of get situated. And I feel like I'm not seeing as many players. But yeah, I'm sure a lot of them are like in Blade's Edge, Shadow Moon Valley, Netherstorm, places like that. Which I would be too if we didn't take our time. And I'm really glad that we like slowed down the leveling, well, with quests rather. That we didn't like go just like all out on questing. I'm glad that like I can do a lot of the raiding behind scenes and then just enjoy the story with you guys, which is like one of my favorite parts too. Raiding is always cool, dungeons are always neat, but there's something about just like vibing to quests and just like not really getting too sweaty about it. A little bit of fell iron, never hurt anybody. Ooh, a mote of fire. Nice. Oh, we just need a few more for a primal life and a primal shadow. Yeah, primals will definitely come in handy, man. All right, we're almost to the Watcher. Oh, we have multiple quests? Oh, no, it's not multiple.
Greetings. Believe like your birth.
Okay, we definitely have a match here. And the presence of the ogres and what they were doing there explains everything. Now, I get why it's called the Hewn Bog. Duh. We have to do something about this situation, but what? We can't just wipe out all of those ogres. Yes, we can. They have every bit as much a right to be here as any of the other creatures in the marsh. Interesting theory. Or interesting point, rather. Let's go on. Paladin. Oh, we're exalted with the Cenarian expedition. Yo. Paladin, I've got an idea. I want you to head north again. This time into the heart of ogre territory. Well, after we just slaughtered some of their people, I doubt we're really going to be welcomed into the heart of their territory. Okay, northwest of the Hewn Bog, there is a place named Ango Rosh Stronghold, which sits on a floating island across a large mushroom bridge. The ogres must be storing the harvested mushrooms there. I bet you'll find them all over the place, and probably on the ogres themselves too. Bring me a sufficient number, and I will try to do something about providing the bog lords with a new source of nourishment. Okay, so we're gonna steal from the ogres, even though she's like, hey, these ogres have every right to be here. They are equals in this land. But we're gonna go over into their stronghold, steal their food source, and then give it to the bog lords here. Something isn't computing, but I'm gonna follow orders and see what's going on. All right, what do we get to choose from here? Ooh, the Helm of Natural Purity. I love the sound of that. That's cool. Of Natural Purity. Collect 10 boxes of mushrooms. Ooh, and she gave us a buff. Mark of the Wild, cool. All right, well, let's head to Angro Rosh grounds. To the stronghold we go. You know, as a paladin of the light, having grown up around the Cathedral of Stormwind, I really want to know how my character would feel at this moment wearing this helmet, okay, and then also carrying around probably a weapon that is radioactive, and just kind of how he's feeling right now. Maybe serving the light has its perks in allowing him to maybe kind of resist some of that radioactive arcane energy that's probably surging in this weapon right now. Oh no, wait, is this a burial ground for the Sporgar? Oh, it is. It looks like a burial ground, and I think it is, man. Hold on. Yo, what's up, Phil? How you doing? Let me make sure I got that right, though. Yeah, Phil. I'll call you Phil, because I'll be honest, that's all I got. I'm gonna call you Phil. Yeah, rock on. What's up, Phil? Welcome to it. I think I'm pretty sure this is a graveyard for the Sporgar. And as much as I hate to be in their cemetery, this is the first time I've ever seen this. And their stones are actually kind of cool. The little headstones, but they're mushrooms. How can we maybe let's do a slash salute to give some respect, and then maybe just a moment of quiet here. We'll kneel in respect. Been watching you for like 10 to 15 minutes. I love how you explored roleplay slowly instead of just full min-maxing gameplay. Well, thanks, man. I love the story of WoW. I may not know a ton about it, but that's why I'm here too, so that I can learn about it. But welcome to it, bro. Thanks for the compliment too, man. That's super nice of you. All right, let's head to the Angro Rosh grounds. Now that we saw a Sporgar cemetery, that was kind of neat. Also, I love how it seems this is the edge, just like the Outlands is just this floating piece of rock. I mean, I guess the same could be said of planet Earth, I guess, but the Outlands, it's just this floating slab of like land, and you can literally get to the edge of it and, ah, shoot. Well, you can get to the edge of it and you can die. So there's that. I hope that I can get back to my body. You could literally get to the edge of life here and fall off the cliff. That can happen. Just as you've seen today. Just like that. So I think that's the first time that I have died to falling off the world, and it probably won't be the last. Yeah, that was okay. That actually was unexpected, and I didn't want it to happen, but here we are. I really hope that it lets me get my body back though, because I really don't want to have to resurrect at the spirit healer, because that would kind of not be cool. Nice. Okay. You know what? For safety reasons, I'm gonna get on my griffin because I don't trust myself right now. Because I get too giddy about exploring, and if I'm on that ground mount, I'm gonna fall off again. I know it. Now, what would be even cooler too is if on these rocks they had, like, you could actually get like mining material. That would be wild. Ooh, even cooler if like there was only ore that was specific to, I guess I don't know if that would make sense. Like ore that's only like present on these rocks, but really it's just the land just breaking apart. I don't think it would be like a different kind of ore or anything. Because like when I look at the map here, like it's got like these stars and everything, which I guess is just like the ether, right? It's just space. Which, what happens if we just fly over there? Is it the same thing that happens when you get too far with water? You just kind of... I don't know. I'm kind of scared to figure it out. What happens? Okay, there might be a little bit of like anxiousness building up in me. Okay, so okay, my griffin definitely doesn't want to... Oh, it just kind of like pushes you. Okay, so it just stops you. You do know why Outland is a floating rock like that? It is not a planet like Azeroth, but only if you allow, of course. Okay. I don't even know why Outland is what it is. All I know that it's land that's like out here, and that's why it's called Outland. Other than that, I do know, I think from playing originally, what was that expansion? Warlords of Draenor, that all of this used to be intact and beautiful and was essentially just Draenor. The home of, I think, the orcs, right? Like, wasn't it originally the home of the orcs? And then the Draenei kind of brought war to the orcs? Or were the Draenei originally on Draenor as well? I mean, they are called Draenei, and it was called Draenor, so I assumed that maybe they were an original species on here. I don't know. Okay, so we need some boxes of mushrooms. Let's go inside here though. And right there's a box of mushrooms. Yeah, this is where it is. Oh no. Yeah, word's already gotten around. I killed their brethren down there, down south. They already know who I am. Phil says that's about it, but I think it's gonna be more satisfying when you find out about it. Oh, I'm sure. I'm sure. When I originally played Burning Crusade, I hate saying this. Like I don't even like the adage back in the day. That I don't like it. When I originally played Burning Crusade. I did quests, but I never looked at the quests. I never knew what was going on. It was all about, okay, what's gonna get me to level 70 so I can go raid? That was about the extent of my thought process at that point in time. So it's super cool to like enjoy this now. So let's turn it up. Let's go to Avenging Wrath. There we go. Lay the smack down. Which that's probably going to be a super cool thing too. Is like while we go through this story of the Burning Crusade. Like, I hope, like, I super hope that they do an anniversary version of Warlords of Draenor. But it'll be so cool playing, you know, Burning Crusade story and then eventually getting to go back to, like, the original Draenor. And then just seeing, because this is like playing a prequel, right? It's like reading the prequel to a book. Or, no. I got it wrong. Yeah, Warlords of Draenor is essentially like playing the prequel. So either way, it's just gonna be cool. It's gonna be cool. I think these guys need some help, so I'm gonna join them. Let's use that. I guess this is the cool thing too about already being level 70 is that like while we're doing all these quests, when there's people that actually need help, I feel like I can be like a huge asset in making their day just a little bit easier. Maybe if we can kill this one. Here, I'm gonna mana up though real quick. Let's see here. Oh, did we already get? I think we already got our mushrooms. Yeah, we gotta head back. Yo, man, did you need help with anything? Because I got the mushrooms I needed. Here, let's make sure this one dies. It's gonna attack him. Let's buff him. I didn't even buff him. Elite at the end of the tunnel. Okay. KK, just getting some mana. So we got an elite at the end of the tunnel. Maldruk the Soul Render. That might be a quest that we end up having to get to. Let's do it. Oh my gosh, his pet's name is Spam. That's goofy. Truly goofy. Can I stun this guy? Wait, is that dude getting healed? Oh, we have to kill the shades. Okay, that makes a little bit more sense. I was like, this guy isn't taking any damage. Okay, that makes a little bit more sense. So you had to kill the shades that he spawns. Nice, man. You're very welcome. All right. Oh, wait. I see something of mine over here. So it worked out for both of us. Let me grab this real quick. Yo, Eternium ore? Smelt. What do I need? Maybe, I don't think we're gonna need fell steel for our lion blade. Yeah, I think mainly we need the hardened adamantite for sure, and we 100% need corium. Hey Phil, you too, man. Yeah. Have a good night, bro. And hope to see you again. Okay, we're just making our way out of here, and... Alright, brother. Take care. Peace! Let's do a little flight up here real quick, just to see if there's any other ore. This looks like it would be a hotbed for ore. Since it's probably mainly inside though. Yeah, we'll just head back. We'll head back safely, because I'm not gonna use my ground mount around these edges here. But this is cool. It literally is a fallen mushroom. Okay. As a thinking man, when I think about regular mushrooms, right? I don't think of a very stable, strong surface, okay? This looks like it could collapse at any moment. And these guys are so nonchalant about it. But then again, this is Zangar Marsh. So who knows if these mushrooms could actually be on some other level of awesome. They could be great building materials. Or material. Yeah, they could. Which, you know what? Don't the Sporgar use mushrooms as their like little huts? I guess we'll see. Because we're gonna pass by there on our way back. Yeah, we'll check it out. Okay, I'm gonna get a little closer to the edge because I'm pretty sure fell iron would spawn on the edge here, so I'm gonna just kind of... We're gonna keep a peeksies going on here. Also, these basilisks, I'm pretty sure these guys drop basilisk meat, which I think we have a cooking recipe for that, don't we? What do we have? Or at least I thought I did. Yeah, a chunk of basilisk. Yeah, well fed and gain 23 spell damage. Which, it's so neat. In Shatrath City, I saw that there's like a whole cooking. Oh, look at that. Look at that. Adamantite right here. Exactly what we need. We are well on our way to building our Lionheart Blade. And how cool is it when we actually get to do it? Ooh, I think we can make a Primal Earth too. Let's see here. Yep, we just made a Primal Earth. Sweet. And we have to make like 10 okay. So it takes 10 adamantite bars to make a hardened adamantite bar. Right? Okay, smelt hardened adamantite bar. Yeah, it takes 10 of them to make one of those. Okay, I think we overshot by quite a bit. Here, let's skip this water. I still got to come up with a name for this guy, my griffin. I mean, when you look into his eyes, I kind of see like I don't know. Maybe Terrence. I'll call him Terrence. Terrence Power Ranger. His last name's Power Ranger. Yeah. Terrence Power Ranger. That's my griffin's name. Okay, yeah, I think that they used the mushrooms as well. It kind of looks like they use stone as well. What is that? It's like they utilize tree roots, mushroom, and then it looks like stone, but it could just be the mushroom, and then they kind of like carve into it to kind of create some texture. Yeah, it could just be one big mushroom, and then they outline it with tree roots for stability. Yeah, okay. I think we need a whole like crew that's all about Sporgar architecture. We need Sporgar architecture experts out here to help us know what's going on. And I hope in Midnight that they add, like in the housing, that they add like Sporgar stuff. That, dude, if you could have a mushroom house, that would be smoking cool. Yeah, and you can even invite Sporgar to like hang out in your neighborhood and just have, yeah, like your neighborhood could literally be like Zangar Marsh. That would be sick. Okay, Watcher Lisa, we got the box of mushrooms. So you have all of the mushrooms that we need to create a new garden for the bog for the bog lords. Yes, these are perfect. Oh, thank you, Paladin. You've been ever so careful not to disturb the natural order of things, even though we just slaughtered ogres when you said that they had every right to belong in Zangar Marsh. Make it make sense. Okay, and we've gathered so much information in such a short amount of time. Now, let's see if our little plan to grow a new food supply for the bog lords is going to work. Yes, Watcher Lisa. Let's see. Okay, does she grow? Okay. Okay, I guess there's no more to that. I guess she's gonna try to grow this garden on her own. I thought there would be some like RP where she would show growing it and seeing if the bog lords would come this way. But okay, I guess that's done. I guess we've officially finished the area of Watcher Lisa and Sporgar over here. Now, where do we want to go next? Do we want to go to Orbor Harborage or Telrador? I'm thinking Telrador because that sounds pretty cool. Let's go to Telrador. Because there is a lot of quests over here. And it's more of like a Draenei region too. So Cenarian Refuge is more like Night Elf kind of centric, or just the Cenarian expedition with like the druids. But then you got Telrador, which is more of like the setup for the Draenei, like their little outpost. So yeah, let's hang out with some Draenei and see what they got to say about all these happenings here in Zangar Marsh. Dude, I need to strap some gnomish rockets on my Warcat here. We need to go zoom zoom. Yeah, nothing could go wrong. Gnomish ingenuity. Nothing could go wrong. It's perfect. There's no way that we could get teleported to Silithus just from turning the rockets on. Or we just blow up instantly. Either one. But there is that 0.1% chance that it works correctly and we go at 300% mount speed increase. Hello, fellow Paladin. So we do have Pursuit of Justice. The thing is, it says that it doesn't stack with other movement speed increasing effects. So does that mean that our 15% doesn't stack with our Crusader aura? Okay, I guess we're just gonna fly up there. Because I want to look at, like, we could take that elevator, but I want to see what these little homes on the side here look like too. Wow. Oh my gosh, you can even hear. You can hear like the crystals humming with power. And you've got like all of this just teeming with energy. Yo. Yo. Here, let's go up here. You know what, actually, in the name of playing the game, let's take the elevator. I mainly wanted to see what these little side areas were. Needed some real life mana. I wonder what force is actually... They got some mages that just work constantly to send you up and down this elevator. Alright, here we are in Telridor. I don't even know where to start. There's quests everywhere. How about this guy? Vindicator Idar.
Chronokai Christor.
Telridor was once a secluded retreat for Draenei priests and pilgrims. The resident priests seldom received visitors. Okay, when the orcs started to attack Draenei settlements, refugees began to arrive in larger numbers. Anchorite Ahern and the others have transformed Telridor from a shrine into a safe haven. Many Draenei, myself included, owe our survival to his efforts. So Anchorite Ahern, I guess that's how I'm gonna say it, Ahern, and the others transformed Telridor from a shrine into a safe haven. Very cool.
Remember the lessons of the past.
The fate of Turem. Prophet Valen's search for allies has emboldened those Draenei remaining in Outland to begin a search of their own. The Legion's war on my people drove us from our cities and temples, but they have not destroyed the traces of our civilization. Turem, my former home in the Terakar forest, was one of the first cities overrun by the orcs. It's been too long since I've received news of its status. Take this letter to Andarl in the Alarian stronghold within Terrakar and see what you can find out.
May your days be long and your
Well, let's do that.
hardships-
Let's go to Alarian stronghold and find out some information, because luckily for us, I went ahead and grabbed that flight path
May the light
so that we
embrace you.
could
Safe.
kind of jump around a little bit at our convenience. Like I said, it's nice to be on stream and play the story like a campaign in story mode. So if I can make it easier in ways like off stream that can make our time in stream just a little bit better and a little bit more smooth and enjoyable, I'm gonna do that. So yeah, we're gonna play this campaign in story mode. So let's fly to the Alarian stronghold. And also, to me, if I'm looking at it in a story perspective, it's like, okay, like go to Alarian stronghold. And I'm gonna be like, okay guys, do you all have like a griffin that I can take and fly? Because we're gonna fly there. It's like, in real life, you don't necessarily need to go there to discover the flight path. You just kind of take the griffin and go. And based on the information we have, this is where Alarian stronghold is. Make your way there. Oh, I haven't seen the Scryer's tier. They actually have a really nice setup here. I chose Aldor, by the way, because as a paladin, when I think about like the healing light and the gentleness and strength of it all, I think about the Aldor. The Scryers, they kind of give me more like mage rogue vibes. You know what I mean? Ooh, Terrakar Forest. I have not actually been here at all. Like, yes, we went into Alarian stronghold just for the flight path, but I haven't really like seen what this place is about. I see a lot of crystals going on here. A destroyed city. So this is Turum. Oh snap, hold on. The fate of Turum. Okay, so this guy said, yeah, Turum, my former home in the Terrakar Forest, was one of the first cities overrun by the orcs. It's too long since I've received news of its status. Take this letter to Andarl in Alarian stronghold and see what you can find out. Well, buddy, I hate to break it to you, but I think your former home hasn't seen its redemption arc yet. It is still in disarray and probably even worse off than what you think. So where's Andarl here? I assume Andarl is of importance and is in the city hall. Let's see if I'm right. Okay, I think I'm wrong. Apparently Andarl is somewhere over this way. Right here. Okay. Welcome to the Alarian stronghold, Paladin. How may I help you? Careful. I remember hearing our scouts speak of the ruins of a Draenei settlement in the forest's northern reaches. I don't know much about the ruins personally, but you're welcome to talk to some of the scouts. Okay. Maybe we can talk to a scout, because I honestly thought that would lead somewhere, but I don't think it did. What about this? Okay, no, don't feel bad. I get that a lot. Taylor looks both amused and annoyed. I'm a high elf, not a blood elf. Don't worry, I'm not going to suck all of the magic out of you. Well, a high elf. It kind of looks like a blood elf, though. Well, no, she kind of looks a little different. Yeah, just slightly different. Her eyes look slightly different, I think. Now, where's a scout? Are they on top of the tower or something? They said you're welcome to talk to a scout, but I don't see any scouts. Okay, well, I don't think that went anywhere. Let's head back to Telrador. Or hold on. Does this quest lead anywhere? Magical disturbances? No, it doesn't.
Be careful.
No, it does not. I'm just looking through here to see if there's anything that even resembles. Yeah, I don't think so. Nope. So we're gonna fly back to Telrador. I think Terracar Forest might be our next zone that we quest in. It kind of makes sense for me. And I think we have a breadcrumb quest that actually leads here too. Yeah. It says, what's wrong at Cenarian Thicket? And we got this one in Zangar Marsh. Oh no. Oh, he's okay. Even though I don't think there's anything that we could have done to help anyway. Yo, if you could snipe heals as you're flying by on your griffin, that would be insane. Like, I understand maybe not like doing damage, but if you could just like buff people as you're flying by or heal them, that would be kind of fun. Good old Shatrath City. I love this place. I love it. I think it is such a nice little hub. Being able to bring Alliance players and Horde players into one zone, I think is such a cool idea. It makes it feel like the world is more alive, but I also do understand the importance of having faction-specific cities too. Like a giant place of neutrality like Shatrath. Well, I don't even think it's neutrality. I think it's more of like tolerance. Because you do have like the Scryers, you do have the Aldor. There's obvious like animosity and like tribalism there. But it's in a place of just overall like peace where like there's just tolerance there, which is really nice. Mainly because I think the Naru are in charge there. And their light is just giving off peace. Okay, well, Vindicator Idar, I have some news for you, man. Your former home is trashed. I'm gonna gasp. Trashed. It's no good. It's game over. I don't think he seems very fazed by it. He's just breathing.
The legion's end draws near. Good health, long life.
He's purposely blocking this out of his mind. Like, I don't need this right now. Okay, what does he have to say about the Dead Mire? I have lived among the Anchorites of Telrador for some time, Parzival. And in that time, I've come to know the marsh quite well. Recently, I've started to notice a disturbing change in the land to the northeast. Virtually all life there has begun to wither and die, seemingly without explanation. Well, good sir, I have an explanation. You see, all of the water of this land is being drained. Okay, Vindicator Adar seems unfazed by this information. He wants to continue talking. Okay, go ahead. I have a few ideas as to what might be happening, regardless of what you just said, but they are little more than speculation. If you were to bring me a sample of the soil in that area, I may be able to get to the bottom of this mystery.
Do not lose faith.
Okay, we're gonna help him get to the bottom of this mystery.
Do you wish to buy? Trade?
Let's sell a little something here.
Good health. Long life.
Okay, let's grab another quest too. So we're gonna help Vindicator Adar get some soil samples from the Dead Mire so he can get more of an understanding of what's happening over there. But now we see Prospector Connell, an unlikely specimen in this area. Hello, sir. He's definitely after some Draenite. I gotta know your story. What's going on?
Great to meet you.
No Wait, did he just flex on me? Did this guy just flex on me? Okay. No overgrown bug's gonna chase me out of Zengar Marsh. I'll show him what the Explorers League is made of. Alright?
See you soon.
The first expedition the League sent reported encountering a gigantic spore bat they'd taken to calling Sporewing. They had to leave in a hurry, so they didn't have the chance to kill him while they were here, so I figured I'd finish the job for them. Oh, I'm sure. If you just flexed on me, then you definitely have the confidence to do this. What's left of their report suggests that the creature can be found in the southwestern parts of the Dead Mire. I think Vindicator Adar mentioned that it's to the northeast of Telrador. You know, he did. So Prospector Connell at Telrador wants you to kill Sporewing. Now this is where it gets good. We get some scrolls. Yeah, we can grab some scrolls of strength, I think. That would be cool.
Off with you.
All right, so that's a Dead Mire quest. Is there any other Dead Mire quest over here? There probably is. Ruam? What's up, bro? Oh, is he like the cook out here?
May the light embrace you.
I've never seen so many different kinds of mushrooms in one place. Given enough time, I'm sure I could find a use for all of them.
Be kind to those less fortunate.
Parzival, there is a little in this swamp that will burn human. So we must resort to other means for lighting Telrador. Okay, let me reread this. So there's a little in this swamp that will burn human. So we must resort to other means for lighting Telrador. So we'll just use the bioluminescent mushrooms, right? Many of the creatures and plants in the marsh emit a soft glow. It's difficult and cruel to confine the glowing creatures. Yeah, that's inhumane. So we've turned to a species of mushroom for our light source. We pick and cultivate the Fulgor mushroom here, but our needs require us to gather new crops occasionally. The small green mushrooms often grow at the base of larger ones near Telrador.
Safe journey.
Okay, yeah, we've seen those, and I've actually moused over them thinking that I could grab them, but I guess now we can. Oh, here's Anchorite Ahern. So this is the guy that set this all up to make it more of a safe haven for refugees.
May the light embrace you.
Let's see, I consider him the mayor. Telrador has seen more change in the last 20 years than it did in prior centuries. I cannot complain, for the world has changed far more in that time. The light has brought me friends and companions I could not have met as a cloistered priest. Learn what you can of the past in your time here. It will help you to understand where your journey is leading you. Beautifully said, Ahern. Beautifully said.
Blessings upon your family.
As you know, many of Telrador's inhabitants are refugees from the war that decimated the Draenei. It is my goal to maintain Telrador as a safe haven for all of our allies in this struggle. There are some who desire to join us, but feel they are not yet ready. We owe them whatever help we can provide. A group of broken under the leadership of Akuti have taken shelter in the ruins of an old temple to the northwest of Serpent Lake. Seek them out and extend your hand in friendship to them. Okay, so these are the people in Orobor
Favor the road travel.
Harborage. So we're gonna head there and extend our hand in friendship and say, hey, we've got a safe haven here in Telrador. You guys are more than welcome. To be fair, you guys are sort of in a weird spot. Blade's Edge Mountain is right there, and I'm sure the ogres coming through are not the nicest beings to handle. So if you guys want a place where you can have a steady meal and more of a relaxing atmosphere, come on by. Come on by.
The Naru
Get you some pizza. We got drinks in the cooler. All right, let's see what he has to say here. The Bohamu Ruins. Before my people were decimated by the orcs, Telrador served as a retreat for Draenei anchorites, or Ankarites, and spiritualists. A small order of Ankarites and Vindicators maintained a number of shrines in this region. During the war, we lost contact with the Ankarites assigned to the shrines, particularly the Bohamu Temple to the southwest. Now, I've heard reports that a tribe of lost ones has settled in the area and may even be using the ruins. Visit the Bohamu ruins and tell me of what you find there. Well, if it's settled by lost ones, I don't think that we're gonna find anything good. Yeah, I don't think we're gonna find anything good there. So let's do this. Let's go extend our hand in friendship to the refugees at Orobor Harborage. Is that what it is? Yeah, Harborage.
Blessings upon you.
Let's let them know of the cool elevator we got here. Yeah, y'all don't got an elevator. We got an elevator over here. So come check out what we got going on. Or they, I guess I'm not really part of their group. I'm just I'm the messenger. Yeah, I don't really have citizenship there, but they have nice amenities. Free Wi-Fi, 1 gig internet speed, free Coca-Cola Zero. Yeah, hey. I think they're even putting in a hot tub. Dude, if they had a hot tub, I'd go. I would live at Telrador if they had a hot tub. Akuti. Hello. I come on behalf of Telrador. Okay, he is zoned in on that food. He's like, okay, you know, we gotta save for the winter. I need to cut these strawberries in half. We only have One slice of watermelon. How are we ever gonna get through the winter? Well, Telrador, or well, Acuti, I have some good news.
Shield.
Huh. Well, if the Anchorite Ahern counts you a friend, then you may prove trustworthy. Please forgive my wariness, human, but it is often all that stands between my people and death. You are welcome to shelter among us, and perhaps our mutual trust will grow. Man, just go to Telrador. You seem like you just need a vacation, bro. And it's time to relax. And speaking of, we're gonna take a small break and we'll be right back. See you in a second. Okie dokie. We're back. Welcome to the Ouroboros Harborage, friend. You have nothing to fear here. We are broken. But we are not your enemies. Okay, what is the difference between the broken and regular Draenei? Like, why do these guys look as if, well, they've been broken? Like, what happened to them? Were they originally just regular Draenei, and then something, like, were they influenced by fell energy that, like, kind of, like, sucked the life out of them, which has affected them, like, physically as well? Or what is the difference here? But he goes on to say, I am a Kuti of the Kurenai, a group of broken who desire to reestablish ties with our Draenei brothers and their newfound allies. So so this guy is part of the Kurenai. Yo, I want a Talbuck. Give me a Talbuck. I want a goat. Okay, Angorosh encroachment.
Come back sometime.
The small band of broken you see here is a mission from a larger settlement in Nagrand. The Kurenai, as we call ourselves, are broken who desire to reunite with our Draenei brothers. My group has come here to strengthen Kurenai ties to the Draenei of Telrador. Okay, cool. So so they're just trying to establish some relationships here. Very neat. My group has come here to... Oh, I read that. Yeah. If the Angorosh ogres have their way, this temple will not stand much longer. They have cleared the hewn bog of its towering mushrooms and draw ever closer to our refuge. If you would call yourself our friend, aid us in fighting this enemy. You know what? Bro, I'm gonna help you out. For sure. The Kurenai and the Draenei don't always see eye to eye, particularly on the issue of the Lost Ones. We are content to help the Lost Ones who seek us out, but we won't pursue them. Some Draenei are intent on redeeming them all. However, there are times when even the Lost Ones go too far, such as the Daggerfin. In their village to the west, they dabble in poisons and deceit, arts that come unnaturally to us. We must put an end to this before the vile Daggerfin extend their influence. So we have Daggerfin, a group of lost ones dabbling in poisons and deceit that are spreading their information, spreading their way of life, and creating some bad influence in the area. There's a lot going on in Zangar Marsh, man. You have you have the Naga siphoning all the water from the marsh, okay? You have the ogres coming in here, creating havoc, destroying the wildlife, which in turn is causing the bog lords to go crazy and eat spoiling children. Okay, this is wild. On top of that, you have the Lost Ones dabbling in deceit and poison work, trying to take over this area as well. So you've got like 3 or 4 different little sub factions here, kind of all in the same boat of, hey, I want to destroy Zangar Marsh and everything beautiful because we don't know what else to do but hurt people. What is going on? Well, I guess we're gonna find out, or at least we're gonna help a little bit. So let's go help a little bit. And what are you doing here, Timothy Daniels? Who is this guy? The Specialist. Okay, we're just gonna talk to Timothy Daniels.
What can I do for you?
There are some who call me Tim, but to friends, I am the Specialist. Timmy, bless you. Bless you, Timmy.
Safe travels.
Specialist, eh? Just what kind of specialist are you anyway? If you have to ask, you don't know me anywhere near well enough to be using that appellation. This dude is wild, okay?
How are you?
No time for curiosity. Parzival McFly, I have a favor to ask of you. Normally, I would do this myself, but my hands are already beyond full. I have an associate named Kylon at Sylvanar in the Blades Edge Mountains to the north. He's expecting to hear from me in the near future, although I suspect he won't like what I have to say. If you would deliver my response to him, you would have my gratitude. I must insist, and this is very important, that you not attempt to read the letter. It is for Kylon's eyes alone.
Have a good one.
This dude is on one, okay? Also, this hippogriff looks giant. Dude, what's good?
Hey there.
Okay, we got another Daggerfin type quest. Let's see. Bugs. The marsh is full of them, and my companions here seem obsessed with them. Well, I've had it with the bugs. Something far more intriguing has captured my interest. To the west, you know, this is the type of guy that would I think that he would talk in third person. This Timothy Daniels is a third person speaker for sure. 100% on the books. So to the west, there is a village of lost ones who call themselves the Daggerfin. The whole tribe consists of highly specialized assassins. I've noticed them mixing and using a particularly potent kind of poison. I'm dying to know more about the poison, but that's going to require a copy of the recipe and a sample vial. Why don't you bring me the Daggerfin poison manual and a Daggerfin poison vial and bring it on back? So, as a reward, what Crimson Steer energy drink instantly restores 40 energy. The perfect pick-me-up for those rough mornings after a late night. Now, this is mint cinema right here. This is perfect. Tim's trusty helmet. What's it look like? It looks like one of those 19... I don't know if this is even like too late, but I'm thinking like 1920s, 1940s, like OG football helmets. That's what it's giving.
Safe travel.
You know what? Why not? Why not? And there's a wanted quest here. You know, I said that we were going to be working out over in Telrador, but it looks like we're going to be helping in Ouroboros Harborage too. So let's just help out. Wanted Chief Mumaki. Wanted leader of the foul and degenerate Lost One tribe of Daggerfin for his brutal attacks against the Ouroboros Harborage. The chieftain and his band of assassins are responsible for the deaths of numerous Kurenai and Draenei and should only be approached by seasoned combatants. Travelers are advised to avoid the Daggerfin village area to the west of Ouroboros Harborage. To claim the bounty, present proof of the chieftain's demise to Akuti. Very cool. So it seems like Daggerfin is just all sorts of jumbled up. So here's the plan. We're gonna help the Kurenai here. We're gonna slay some ogres. Yeah, we're gonna slay some ogres. And then we're gonna ransack Daggerfin. Is that that's a Tauren Druid, yeah. So luckily we only have to kill these. We don't have to pick up any mushrooms. Which, thank goodness for that. Because I love you, WoW, but sometimes these pickup quests, they be goofy. They be a little goofy. One of these has, yeah, one of them has one eye and the other one has two. I wonder if like during the day, like that conversation has to come up. Like, you know what? I can't believe you're the one that got both eyes. There has to be jealousy there. Has to be. Like, bro, even the one with one eye has his horn chopped off. What's going on? Or you know what? I wonder if having your like spiked horn like chopped off or like filed down is actually a sign of supremacy in the ogre world. Or in the Angro Rosh world, because it symbolizes the fact that they don't have to do hard work or that they're not like brutish. You know what I mean? They're of higher ogre society. They don't need weapons on their body. They have no reason to fight because they're in leadership positions. Or at least that's what I gather from it. Ooh, another healing potion. I will take that for sure. I keep selling my Talbuck steak. I probably shouldn't. Because I don't have no food. Other than these underspore pods. And I think I'm going to keep on... Do I want to keep Blessing of Wisdom on? Just to keep my mana going up, because I think we're gonna do enough damage without really needing to put on like Blessing of Might or anything. I think we'll be okay. Maybe I'll save some mana too by not constantly switching seals and stuff. I'm pretty sure that's what does me in too, is by constantly putting on like Crusader and then Seal of Command and blah, 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 blah. The whole thing. Okay, we just need only one more. And we probably need like two of the shamans. Let's go over here. Oh, it didn't pull him. Okay. Okay. Last one of those, and then one more shaman, right? At least I think. Yep, one more shaman. Let's see if we can get a Griffin's Eye view. Good old Terrence Power Ranger. Okay, surely there's got to be a shaman around here. They might be on a smoke break, though. They seem like they would be the kind. Another fallen mushroom. Oh, they chopped that one down. Oh, okay. Bro, everybody's killing these ogres today. Yeah, look at all that. Well, I did that one, but this one's getting attacked, yeah. I know, like we're gonna come across one. I know it. Boom, right there. Yep. Back from his lunch break. Peace. Peace. See ya. Okay. We helped Orbor Harbridge. Kinda take out some of these ogres. They literally are right up against the walls of Orbor Harbridge. What in the world? I'm surprised that they haven't led any sort of attacks to like get him out of here. Because they are bumping up right against him.
Blood. Peace for you.
The Angorosh threat is contained for the moment, but I'm certain they won't give up that easily. I've forgotten many things since the end of my life as a Draenei, but the stubbornness of the ogres is an enduring memory. See, this is confusing to me. I've forgotten many things since the end of my life as a Draenei. So what happened to make you what you are now? Because you're considered like broken. Like what happened? If you were originally a Draenei, how did you turn into a broken?
Come back sometime.
Overlord Gorefist. The centerpiece of any ogre tribe is its leader. Without leadership, the Angorosh's organization will disappear and they'll resort to infighting to determine who will lead next. Although we've seen the ogres out and about in this area, their true strength is concentrated in their Angorosh stronghold to the northwest. It's located in a cave on a small island connected to the marsh by a fallen mushroom. Go there and defeat Overlord Gorefist. That should provide us with a well-deserved respite. Okay, so Akuti here wants us to kill Overlord Gorefist and 10 Angorosh Maulers. Cool, we'll help him out. Oh, and we are getting Kurenai rep, which is really nice. Because then we can get our Talbuck someday. What do the Talbucks look like again? Is it under, yeah, mounts and then reputation? Okay, that's not, we need to look at Burning Crusade. Yep, there's a lot of Talbucks here. Reigns of the Cobalt, Silver, I mean, there's a ton of them here. Silver, the Tan War Talbuck, yeah, white, Cobalt, wait, hold on, does it just kind of repeat it? So there's really only Cobalt, Silver, Tan, White. Yeah, so there's 4 different ones. We would probably get, yeah, we would probably get the white Talbuck because it looks like their horns are like purple. Yeah, they've got like purple type horns, which is kind of neat. Okay, let's head to the Ogre Stronghold again. Or should we just take these guys out? I kind of like the idea of taking these dudes out. What are they like? I bet they try to put poisons on you. Okay, so these are considered lost ones. Okay, yeah, they do put poisons on you. These guys are screwed up, man. Look at their teeth. Dude, their mouths they're gone, man. They're gone. There's no saving these guys. They're full on they're lost. Yeah, exactly what they are, lost. So we need to kill 15 the Muck Dwellers, and then what do we got here? We've got a poison vial. We'll take that. What is their huts made out of? What is this? For some reason, it reminds me of The Nightmare Before Christmas. Nothing up there. Okay, so Mug Dwellers and Assassins. Okay, so the Assassins are the dudes that are probably stuck. What's that poison? Paralytic poison, nature damage inflicted every 2 seconds, and stuns for 5 seconds after 30 seconds. Okay. Oh, wait, we're human. We have Perception. We can see stealth better, apparently. But I don't see anything. That's okay. All right. Hop off. I don't really want to use mana potions. I want to save those for raids. Mana potions be expensive sometimes, man. Ooh, hold on. There's fell iron over here. We gonna get that. We gonna get that. Hold up. Oh, never mind. Someone's there. Yeah, these places get farmed like no other. And let's drink some water. Let's drink some water. Okay. There's an assassin. I see you. 2 assassins, exactly what we need. Actually. And there's we got a talbuck venison. I'm not gonna sell that now. We're gonna keep that. There we go. 3 out of 3 on that one. And how we looking on these? We're 8 out of 15. But we need the chieftain too, who resides in the big hut. Let's go ahead. I'm gonna eat, drink. And let's go take out the chieftain, who's probably at the top of this tower. I feel like there's probably going to be an assassin in here. No? Maybe someone already killed it. I don't see any guards. There's the chieftain. A servant. Ooh, poison manual. We got the poison manual. All right, now it's time to get real. It's time. All in. Yeah, this one's for Frodo. Okay, we killed the chieftain. Oh, we got some water. Nice. And then, can we just like, yeah, we can. Well, shoot, I didn't know we could fly up here. love seeing that. All that damage. Yo! Alright, 12 out of 15. Is there anything else that we need in Daggerfin? No, we just gotta... Okay, we got the vial, the poison vial. We got the secret Krabby Patty poison formula. Oh, there's no more? Okay. Greater Spore Bat. I feel like my weapon, in all reality, would have some sort of like arcane burn, because there's no way that this thing doesn't emit some sort of like hot coiled energy. It has to. Oh my gosh, that's goofy. All right, 15 out of 15 on that. You know what? We're just gonna head straight up to Angle Rush and nuke out the ogres and their chieftain too. So if we come back to Orbital Harborage saying, hey, not only did we destroy the Daggerfin for you, we got the poison manuals, we got the poison vials, we went ahead and destroyed the ogres and their chieftain. Let's see how they feel about that. Coming back to town, having done some work. Yo, hold on, I see some ore. Let's see if we can get this one though. Okay, we got that one. And then I think that there's some below deck here. Yeah, I see a few. I see a fell iron. Ooh, adamantite. Yeah, let's grab that one. We're just gonna have to keep stunning. There we go. We still got like one more tick on it though. I definitely want this one. Because this one is for sure going to help us on our way to make our Lionheart Blade. For sure. Shadow Ball. Oh, let's see if this dude probably needs some help. Here, hold on. Let me invite him. There you go, man. All right, let's get you buffed, and then I'm gonna get some mana. Word, man. I feel ya. Okay, so he's just collecting some boxes. At least I can help clear the way for him. Or we can at least work together to do that. Dude, I just completely nuked that guy's health. That was absolutely nasty. Oh, and he hit me with innervate. What? Bro, that is a beautiful person. That is a beautiful person. Thank you so much for that innervate, bro. He said, I'll do it again in 5 minutes. Okay, he was just here for the mushrooms. I need to... You need this dude too? He might. Ah, okay. Thank you, man. All right, let's do some do. Let's see if we can just nuke him real quick before he like spawns his stuff. Yeah, there we go. Actually, I don't even know if that was the person we needed to kill. I don't know. I don't know where this guy is anyway. At least I don't... What was it? What I needed? I don't know. No, Overlord Gorefist. He must be up top or something. Our separate ways. Okay, let's see where this dude is. Maybe he's in this hut. I thought he would be downstairs, like in the cave, but I guess not. Guess not. Oh, shoot, these guys keep popping up. Yeah, he's got to be in there because one, I see like food in there. And then these little maulers are sitting outside, so surely he spawns like in here. Yeah, that's what I thought. That's exactly what I thought. He's eating good and he has guards outside. 100%. Yeah, I see what's good. Because I looked over here and I thought that this was like a cooking fire, and I was like, yeah, I mean, as the Overlord, he's probably close to the food. Because they can just prepare it and just bring it right to their leader. Bring me a bowl of that food. took out the ogres. Right? Yeah. We did that. Let's turn on Crusader Aura and roll on out. With that zoom. Hey, I mean, at least they have mushrooms kind of growing on their huts here. A +1 for trying. They've got a little bit of like architectural savvy. Now over in Blade's Edge, I don't know. I don't know if they got the same kind of cool factor. Yeah, let's stay kind of close to this edge over here as we go, because I know that some mining material shows up. How many? Ooh, we can make 11 bars, so that means we at least can make one more hardened adamantite, so that'll be our second one. And how many do we need for our Lionheart blade? Where is that thing? Mail. Yeah. We need 6, so we'll be at 2 at least. Yeah, it's gonna take a little bit to make it, which is fine. But once we do, man, here let's see what it looks like. Hold on. Yeah, once we do, dude, that's gonna look sick. And as soon as we make it, I want to see if we can't just go ahead and make the second version of it too. Because that's when I'll probably enchant it. And we'll enchant it with freaking mongoose. And it'll look mean. It'll be a mean green bean. Here, let's sell real quick.
All prices here are reasonable.
Oh, are they? Are they reasonable, Muhiru?
Be well.
All right, let's talk to Timmy first.
You need something?
The secrets of Daggerfin. Did your search of Daggerfin village yield the information I need in order to get to the bottom of this poison puzzle? Maybe.
Safe travels.
Timothy leafs through the manual. They're using Ragvale as a base for the poison? No. That can't be right. Ragvale has no toxic properties. Including Ragvale in a poison is like a rogue wielding 2 maces. Sure, you can do it, but it isn't true to the essence of your calling. I just can't understand. Timothy clears his throat. I mean, thank you for fetching these for me. I'll try out the poison as soon as time permits. Okay.
See you later.
See you later. Tim's trusty helmet, not the most attractive of headgear, but it gets the job done. Be sure to escape as quickly as possible after putting it on. All right.
May I be of service?
Yeah, we're gonna sell that
May
one.
your days be long.
Oh, these are soulbound. Can we even? Oh, we can't even use it. We can't drink it,
Welcome.
and we can't sell it on the auction house either.
Another day.
Okay. Overlord Gorefist. At last. You have our thanks for your help in securing our position at the Ouroboros Harborage. I will send word of your deeds to the Kurenai city of Talar Negron. There will be many more opportunities for our peoples to work together. I believe it. I think we'll take that one. There we go.
Luck to you. Go on then.
The Daggerfin Defiance. Parzival, you have done well. The Daggerfin are beyond ooh, grats. Grats, Taylor Thomas. Level 65 on your mage. Congratulations. The Daggerfin are beyond redemption by anyone's standards. Oh, for sure. But I'm not certain that the Draenei would have acted with the proper speed in this situation. Dude, yeah, the Daggerfin, they're completely lost. They're gone. Mentally, they're out of here. They've checked out. They've turned super evil. Oh, we're neutral with the Kurenai now. Now we can talk to Moktu. He was a little unsure about us, but now we can talk to him.
Peace for you.
So we're claiming the bounty of Chieftain Mumaki. Remarkable. There have been others who tried to claim the bounty, but they never returned. It's not hard to figure out what happened to them. Oh, for sure. I'm relieved that we'll no longer be troubled by Mumaki and his degenerates. A message to Talar. Parzival, you've been honorable in our dealings. At a time when trust is hard to win among my people, a large group of my brethren have made their home in the old Draenei city of Talar in Nagrand, to the south. To reach Talar, take the road south into Nagrand, then continue southeast until you find yourself in the cliffs east of Oshugun. Anyone who has aided us, as you have, would be welcome among the people of Talar. Seek out Nahud and tell him you have earned my trust. Wow. So this is a breadcrumb quest to send us to Nagrand as well. So, man, we have a breadcrumb to go to Blade's Edge, to Nagrand, and to Terakar Forest. We're obviously gonna finish Zangar Marsh, but I would love to see where you guys would like me to quest next. I'm curious. Are we feeling Blade's Edge? Are we feeling Nagrand? Or are we feeling Terakar Forest? This is a difficult one. I kind of want to save Nagrand a little bit, I'll be honest with you, because I think Nagrand is such a beautiful place. Not that any of the other places are bad, but it's either probably going to be Blade's Edge or Terakar Forest. I don't know yet. I don't know. Blade's Edge does sound kind of cool too. But I see that we can talk. Oh my gosh. Oh, these dudes are part of the Kurenai, and we couldn't talk to them beforehand because we weren't friendly with them. But now they have quests for us. All right, Moktu.
You find many things.
Oh, what? Let's see what all this looks like. Just for funsies. Okay, it's really not much.
You'll come back sometime. Go on.
Let's see what he says. Moktu doesn't recognize you, human, but he is pleased to meet you. If you ever need to buy or repair armor, look no further than Moktu. Moktu can always see a Draenei approaching in his shiny armor from a mile away, even in this murky swamp. Moktu wants to laugh at them, but then he remembers that they have been kind to the Kurenai, and he wants to teach them about how Kurenai make armor. The dark, scaly hides of the Finclaw Thrashers make some of the best armor Moktu has ever worn. If you can bring Moktu some of these hides, excuse me, from the Finclaw Thrashers deep in Serpent Lake, he'll be happy to share some of his armor. So he can craft us some armor if we bring him Finclaw hides. Rock on. All right, guys. Thank you so much for being here. I've enjoyed this stream 1,000 times over. It's so good to be back playing in the World of Warcraft. Playing the quests, doing the story, and having fun. I hope you guys have enjoyed this time as much as I have, and I hope to see you again next time on Monday at 3 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. So we will see you then. And I hope you guys have a beautiful, powerful, wonderful week ahead. And until then, see ya.